What is it like to live alone?
I have never closed the bathroom door.
Which is especially nice when you're getting out of the shower with no foggy mirrors.
It's awesome. Life is on the View channel 24/7. But you gotta really love that programming. Nobody ever runs the taps while you're in the shower. What everyone else has said. Plus this weird phenomenon. It can feel lonely. And suddenly a friend or family calls. You get a little perked up speaking to someone. Then in about 5 minutes you can't wait to get off the phone and join your own solitude again.
On the one hand,
you can do as you please. On the other hand, everything is your own responsibility. So if anything's going to get done, it's all up to you. And on the gripping hand, when you're personally in need, like loneliness or medical emergency, you're on your own. For better or worse, your shit is always where you last let it. Edit. Sometimes I can't type. You are forced to discover if you are a good or shitty roommate. Simply, the best no checking in with someone. No explanations required if you just want to walk out the door and do something.
The freedom is just unmatched.
You don't know how annoying it is to bounce your intentions off of another person until you don't have to do it anymore. Nice and peaceful. Until you have visitors. Then you have to run the vacuum, tidy the living room, spray the Febreze, hide the dirty dishes, etc. And #X200B1. You will start talking to yourself. I don't know why, but you do. Yesterday I realized I was speaking aloud everything I was thinking of doing. Oops. 2. Cleaning is easy. You clean before work and come back to a clean house unless Mr. Kitty knocked down 3 cups and now you have glass to pick up. Oh well. 3. Cooking is tough. You either make too much or you just stop by and get food because it's easier. I don't like leftovers a lot, so it's like, why bother cooking after a long day of work? Salads and sandwiches becomes the go-to good because it's quick. 4. This is just me, but I leave the TV on.
I can be reading,
playing a PC game, going to sleep, etc., but the TV is on. Note: I put my timer on when I go to sleep so I don't leave TV on all night. I come from a family of 7, so I'm used to noise. Quiet freaks me out. Even when I have a headache or a migraine, I must have noise. 5. When you are sick, being alone sucks. If you throw up, you must clean it up. If you are too sick to even get up, you can get dehydrated. You force yourself to get up and get water and make soup because you know you must keep hydrated. Even if you're shaking and your legs are near collapsing, you must take your temperature and take aspirin and take care of animals. 6. Breaking your leg or arm sucks too. You have nobody to help you. 7. You can bring anybody to your place without worries or needing to ask permission. A big plus. 8.
You only have you to help pay bills.
You can't afford to get a pay cut. Getting fired. Taking medical time off. Getting sick after all your sick days are used means you can't afford to take time off unless your boss orders you to go home. 9. The bathrooms are all yours. No waking up early to get there first. No standing outside dancing and begging him to hurry up. You can use the restroom whenever you want.
It's amazing.
10. No having a roommate bring a man over and have loud sex while you are trying to sleep. 11. Temperature control is all you. You can keep your house or apartment at the temperature you like, as long as you can afford it.
12.
No judging. You want to watch a marathon of your favorite TV show all day while eating pizza, cake, and soda. You can. This is dangerous. 13. You will get lonely if you are used to having people live with you. You can completely become unsocial. You can be naked all day without grossing anyone out or giving them the impression that you want sex. Love the solitude but hate the loneliness. There's a fine line between them. Quiet. So quiet. It's like being on vacation. Permanently. All the stuff remains where stuff is supposed to be. You put a Coke in the fridge and it's still there. The sink never gets clogged with hair. The room temperature is always 18 degrees C. If you don't feel like cooking food, you don't have to. It's wonderful. Far superior to any other kind of living. I think I have a unique perspective on this topic. I'll try to be brief. I'm 46.
Have 3 grown children.
And a granddaughter. I married my high school sweetheart at 18. She was pregnant with our oldest. I moved in with her at 17, straight out of my mother's very narcissistic and controlling home. Fast forward almost 30 years.
My divorce was final last June.
I've been on my own since last January. First time in my life living alone. At 46, I'm all over the place. Emotionally, it's incredibly liberating to make every decision, only having to consider myself. It's also very stressful and difficult.
It's lonely as hell for someone like me.
But it's also incredibly introspective. I've learned so much about myself, my mental illnesses, my behaviors and their root causes. Things I'm having trouble with after just over a year. Motivation to do just about anything but sit, smoke, eat and drink. Hygiene is bare minimum.
As is cleaning and caring for my living space.
It's maddening. I've yet to make this place feel like home. So much as just feel like a safe space. But it's coming. I can feel it. Time will heal me. When I left and divorced her, she took my house,
my friends,
my stuff, my money. My credit tanked within a couple months. And I'm back to barely getting to the next paycheck. The good part of this is testing my own character and skills by enduring this hardship. I'm not a strong man, by any means, according to today's standards, but I am getting better,
stronger,
more resolved.
The shortest path is not always the easiest.
I lived alone for less than a year. It was great at first. I could do whatever I want whenever I want without anyone judging me. It was so nice to have my own little private oasis. It did get lonely sometimes though. I had people over sometimes and it was cool to have company over whenever I want, but after a while of living there, when my guests left, I felt this sometimes overwhelming loneliness. It got very depressing. You'll quickly realize that the pros are the cons, and the cons are the pros. For example, being alone. That can be awesome, liberating. It can also be lonely and depressing. Another example, you have to pay all the bills.
You don't have to worry if your roommate got the heat or electric bill in on time.
And you get satisfaction of fully supporting yourself. But you have to pay everything yourself. At least you always know what's up. You can do whatever you want. Literally. It's great. But you'll also find yourself doing the most bizarre, random stuff and asking yourself why you spent 10 hours doing that. It's quiet. You can set the rules.
You can do whatever.
Sex loud. Masturbate loud. You can just walk from the shower to get your towel naked. Or you can just air dry. You don't have to ask anyone for their opinion or approval. The downside is you only have one perspective unless you reach out to someone. Also, it's remarkable how much random stuff weighs us down, or tethers us up in some way, subconsciously. When we live with other people, there is a lot you don't think about, really ever. That plays a huge role in the way you conduct yourself when you're around others. You'll find a whole lot about yourself when you live alone, and what matters most to you. You can focus your life and energy on what you want to do. And very importantly, don't forget to be social. I actually heard this quote from Reddit a long time ago from a similar post. Greater than when you live alone. It's remarkable how fast time flies. You can go months without seeing anyone before you realize, Make sure to keep in touch with those you love. Don't be closed off to having guests, roommates, SOs. But also don't be quick to submit your solitude to others if it's not really what you want. If you're thinking of doing it and can, go for it.